Alright, so now it's already the afternoon and school has ended for everyone, or at least most people at this time. Well, just wanted to show you what's outside the house. My parents love gardening, so they can see here, there's actually potato in there, there's carrot. I don't know what these are, but that's potato again, and this, I have no idea what that is. This is the one that they use for garnish in vegetables. Obviously, I don't go to market much. And they have these plants here. I like the texture of this leaf. It's a bit furry. It's not the kind of usual leaf which is like this. This is usual. You just feel like it's a leaf texture, but this has a bit of furry feel to it, and it has a very nice scent. If you put this on your shirt and you rub it, or maybe put a bit in your bag, it will have this very nice perfume smell. We've got a bird here. This is really interesting. This plant has leaves that are thick. You can see it's like about 1 to 2 mm, no, 1 mm thick, and it has all this heart shape. You know, you want to give a gift to someone. This is really the plant that you want to go for. It extends all the way out here. And then I have no idea what these are. This is aloe vera. Now, in case you do not know, aloe vera is one of the most helpful plants to us. So if you have like cuts, sores, burns, sunburns, you want to use aloe vera. You can also put it on your skin, your face, and it actually helps your complexion. So now what we're going to do is to go for lunch before I go back home again to get all the tagging done for the new cubes, quadcopters, the watches that we have, and so many other new stuff. And I think tomorrow or the day after, we're going to have a lot of new things coming in again. So this week, I mean last week and this week is really like a Christmas week for me, because I'm going to open the boxes. Although I roughly know what's in there, I don't know exactly for sure how they look like. So it's still surprising to me, it's still very fun, it's still very interesting. Alright, so what you see me doing now is basically tagging the price tags on the boxes. And Snowball apparently just ate the scotch tape. He just ate a scotch tape that was stuck on the floor. I have no idea why. It was stuck on his tongue and then he just ate it in. Anyway, so what I do is I actually print them out, and after they are out on paper, we actually have to stick them one by one on all these cubes. But before all these items, cubes, decks have these price tags on, we actually have to clean them and we have to check them, not just visually, but we actually get into looking, I mean if we can, to check the cubes inside. That's why it takes quite some time. Very often when we have cubes coming in, people say, can I collect the cubes today? And it's really difficult because of course one way, which I think most people do, is they just get the cubes and they just put them in boxes. I'm sure you have seen that before, right? Even with the rubber bands and scotch tapes to the items, they just take the whole thing and dump it in. That's one way of doing it. Fur from his mouth. That's one way of doing it, but the other way is what we do, which is to actually take everything out and check and make sure that everything is okay before you get it. So even for our quadcopters, we did test for those who want the quadcopters. We actually charge the batteries for them and we actually do a test run in front of them, so we know whether the quadcopter is working before they get it. And I think this is very important, because if you buy something and you're not sure if it really works, and you go home and it doesn't work, then you're not sure whether it's because you do not know how to make it operate or that it just really doesn't work. Okay, so I think it's important for all items to be tested, and I do this because, to be very honest, I like buying things which are really good. I hate buying things in which I have to go back to the shop again for warranty, you know, in like 1 day, 2 days or so. I prefer buying things where everything is tested, done, ready for me, and I just go there, collect, and I won't have problems with that. So I think it's really the kind of preference in which people have. Obviously, with all the checking and, you know, many other things that you have to do, sometimes the price may be a bit higher, but it saves you a lot of trouble going down to see if anything is wrong. When we check the items inside and around, we also remove items which are defect. I think it's really important to have this checking phase before you get the item. Alright, for cube lovers, this is a quick video for you on these two bags that just came in. This is the TE Morphanker cube bag and this is the Moyu cube bag. Now the Moyu cube bag is slightly bigger than the TE Morphanker, but you can see a little glossy look down here, whereas this is more cloth, rough cloth feel, texture. And if you open in there, it's very simple. It's just something for you to keep maybe your timers or some small little cards. And these are for the cube. The TE Morphanker bag is smaller but has more compartments in there. You can see somewhere where you can slot your cards in, your pens, writing materials, timer, and various cubes in there. Yeah, so these are the differences. Alright, I'll also like to get through with you with some of the latest cubes that we brought in. This is the intelligence cube. They are basically 6 cubes combined together. Very cool. Nice colors on each side. You can use that as a table display. You can also move the sides. Here is the holo cube, and unlike the previous version, the sides here are now reflective. We have a 4-layer pyramid cube here. So it's the, for those of you who do not know, it's basically like a pyramid, but usually there are 3 layers. These are 4 layers. This is the Z cube carbon fiber set. So there are basically all these cubes in there in one set. Very, very interesting and cool. This is the quadcopter Pro version, the latest one that just came out. So this is the quadcopter Pro, and we have it now. We also have the Morphang 2S 2x2 cube. We have these are like the Shengshuo Legends, and you have actually seen them before. We've got the TE pyramids. And over here we have the GTS 2M. Alright, we've got black and white, black and colored version. So you just follow the tag for that. And this is the Moyu cube adjustment tool. We've got a 3x3x4 cube here, and we've got the Anystar cube, as well as a whole bunch of lubricants and other cubes. So I've run through with you most of the common cubes that we have, but more than these, please drop by our boxes, because we are gonna have some really cool surprises that no one else, or at least you have not seen in Singapore yet. And these are really gonna be very, very cool. I got a message asking whether it's okay to actually share your quadcopters with your friends. For quadcopters, unlike things like pens or cubes, which are really very resilient, even when you drop them, they work well. Quadcopters are, because of the motor and all the small little mechanisms in there, they do tend to spoil a little easier as compared to things like cubes, pens, or even kendamas. You may not want to share your quadcopter with someone else. I think it's best that each person have their own quadcopter. Now the reason is very simple, because I have realized for myself, I do lend my quadcopter to others. You see it very clearly in the way how people treat a quadcopter. So basically, when it is their own quadcopter, they're very careful with it. How they take off, how they land, they're like, oh, let me go slow, let me just take care, let me make sure that it doesn't crash. How do I make sure it doesn't crash? But when it comes to borrowing someone else's quadcopter, they wouldn't really care how they deal with your quadcopter or why it is not working well. They will just make it fly up, and if it crashes, they'll laugh about it and say, oh, it's so funny, it just dropped down this way or so. So I noticed a very huge difference in the way people take care of their quadcopters when it is their own as compared to when it is borrowing someone else's quadcopter. You may not want to lend it to others because you know the condition of your quadcopter, whether the trimming is done properly or how you control your quadcopter. Whereas most people who are going to borrow your quadcopter are just going to press the buttons. They're going to, what does this button do? The other thing is that quadcopters may be a little expensive, so you may not want to have your quadcopters just getting beaten on the ground or falling to the sand. Look at this greedy boy. He has his own drinking area and it's really huge. Yet he wants to come to the guinea pig's water bottle to steal some water for himself. Alright, so I spent the whole day doing this, tagging and putting everything in this box. We kind of like shifted everything from 4 boxes to 2. So now we have like, here is the 3x3, the 4, 5, 6, and all the other cubes like pyramids and all the interesting fancy cubes here. So you can see it down here. We also have this intelligence cube, the stairway one, and lubricants. We also have the adjustment tool. So yeah, all in one box, guys. Gosh, I'm so surprised. I'm actually at this food court which sells food really expensive all the time. And I just got this for $5. I don't even know how I got it so cheap. Basically chicken, egg and vegetable for $5. Okay, so now we are going to do the unboxing of this quadcopter, but the green version. Now if you think that the white one is cool because it looks, like so pure, you'll be in for a huge surprise when you see this. Let me show you. This is the green one. It looks so sporty, it looks so amazing, it looks like a competitive, superior quadcopter. Just look at that. My gosh. Imagine this flying in the sky, hovering and moving around. It's amazing. I love this green shine. It's not the kind of like matte green. This is like really premium, nice, plush green. Look at that. Beautiful. Alright, it's about 1 AM now and I'm pretty much done with everything here. Now I have to clear the space because tomorrow another box of things are gonna come. Another box of cubes, another box of quadcopters, and so many cool things are gonna come. So I have to clear the space, otherwise there will be no walkway for me at all. We have decks here, like you can see all the decks all packed and ready to go out to the different boxes. So once the cubes are done, you'll be going there together. That is why sometimes you have to wait a little while before things get to the box, because we have to check every single thing physically. We have to clean every single thing and do whatever we need to make sure that what you get is 100% the best that we can give at any one point of time. So thank you so much for joining me, and you know, I hope you have been entertained in one way or another. Please stay awesome, please stay cool, and be the best that you can be every day. Thank you.